Patron, take them away.
Okay guys, I'm actually going to break one of my rules today. Why? Well, opened my mouth in the morning call, said I would look at the US tech. I did do the DAX earlier on, you may have seen that, which finished my week off. But I kind of said to Bubbles I would look at it, and I know he looks at it in the afternoon session. So it's 20 to 2. Here we go. All right. So this is not good, but it's me, I guess, just proving a skill set. We were discussing the US Tech 100, and I marked it up for them as we can kind of see here. If I just drop this out the daily, it looks a bit horrendous on this, but you can see it's on a massive downtrend for the last 3 days. What's the chances of that changing in the next 10 minutes? Not a lot. Let's have a look at this. Well, there it is there. Is it any surprise that it might pull back? Not at all. But if it is collapsing, where are we at? Well, we're at a swing point of this, so it's kind of sweeping around that. However, that's already been done with this. So we're looking at the next sweeping point, which is here, and this level here. So there's a good opportunity for that to push down. Now, that's a long move for short-term play, and if I'm looking at a long-term play, could even be back here somewhere. Now let's have a little look to see where it's in stand, because you've got the main move here, but inside that main move, that's collapsed, kind of finishing that off. Let me show you something. So from there, if I pull that back up to there, that's come down, it's found the pivot, and then it's rattled away off. And then that comes all the way up to the top. Well, it's already collapsed through these points and finding a pivot here. But this is what I'm interested in, this overextended move here, because the other one was knackered. So that started probably about there. Okay, surge up, didn't look back, kept on going, bam, 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 bam. Well, what do we know? That 4 hours lining up perfectly to that. Holding below the pivot. So anything below this, I'm interested in. We've also got this here. All right. Crucial area. Next one's down there. Got that level in the way. So this is a good area of attraction. Now, there's other key points that I look at as well that I'm going to get onto. Hourly. Let's have a look. So let's look at this. Absolute sell-off. Could this be profit taking to continue to move down, or is it the reversal pushing up? Well, the chances are, until it tells you otherwise, it's going down. Well, it's going down. We can see some strong moves here, completed leg moves. There's a one there. That is the last one. There's another one here. That is contained inside of this. So I'm going to look at both of them. Now, the first one is this. So if it's on the retracement of that and it's pulling through, well, there's the point. Well, that's lining up and that's lining up. So that's marrying quite well. If it's breaking that 161, there's a high probability it'll come here. Now, if we look at the other move, which is this one, and we pull that up to the top of there, just so we can have a look at the little dynamic of that. Well, there we are. Cluster, stall, down to there. Right? So when you're looking at something like this, what's the best way to do it? Well, you work nearest the price. Well, if the price is here, the last leg was this one. So if you're going to do your measuring stick, it'll be from there to there, because that's the starting candle, that's the ending candle. Gives you your sort of valid areas, gives me that zone. Simple. All right. There's other things you can use as well. There's an overextended move. So let us just look at that. And what you're doing all the time is you're looking for high probability situations. It doesn't change it that much. See? But what are these? What are they? Well, they're essentially entry exit points is what they are. Now, if we come right out, you can then see the move that we looked at. Now, this is the one that was built up on the 4 hour. You can see how it was made. You know, strong drive, not so much. Strong drive, can't hold on because it's found key levels at the top, collapses into these levels below, tries to recover, doesn't make any new highs because if you look at this, it's nowhere near what these two are. So it's progressively moving down. Even that is progressively moving down. So that could come up all the way to here and then keep on going down again. Why? Very simple. Pull this out to the daily because it's telling you it is. And where would that run down to? It'll run down to buckling points. Well, there's a buckling point there. You know, a buckling point is just where the price is pushed up and stalls and then pushes up again. Kind of buckles, if you like. Okay. If it gets through here, there's another one there. Breaks through that, there's another one there. And then it'll work its way all the way back if it's going on full retracement to here. However, a lot of the time it works to a pivot. So let's have a little look, see what pivots have to say for themselves. So we'll drop that back. And we're going to put on, just kind of clear these off because we don't really need the Bollinger Bands and things. Actually, the Bollinger Band on here is quite interesting because it's come down, it's starting to close in, but that's heavily down and that's heavily down. So that'll show you an area of interest there to bounce off. But we'll get rid of that. Story for another day. And if you want to see that sort of thing, see exactly how they're made up in the way of the scruff. Put a big course together, all the different bits and pieces you need to cobble together to make a strategy of your own, or at the end of it, I'll show you exactly how I do mine. Anyway, let's have a look at these pivots. So pivot point, put that on. How many times do I tell you if it starts below the pivot, it'll find S1. Bingo. Straight to it. Happens all the time. You know, it's a very, very simple way. Now, we're in the face of a strong sell from what has been strong move up and strong move up. So basically what it's doing, it's collapsing down and finding ways. Now let's get rid of this pivot and I'm going to go down the time frames into a 15. There you are, snake. Slow, low, low, low volume. Comes in, thumpy, thumpy, thumpy. Down it goes, pushes up, starting to fail a little bit. But why is it failing? Because it's in a zone that I pre-marked of attraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to buy or sell rather up in here to move down. Simple stuff. And where I'm moving it to? Into there. So that's the premise of the trade. Doing it for you, Bubble. So if I fail it, get your wallet out. But we'll see. See if we can finish off, because at this moment in time, got nothing running, no orders in place, and there's the running totals of what you've seen me doing, and that's what I've been doing every day. You see it constantly. Running total, you know, so you can see what I did yesterday rolling into today, and you can kind of keep a running scorecard if that's what you're after. So happy days, happy days. Catch you in a bit. Okay, boys and girls, job's done. I can easily re-enter into this market and grab some more because the volatility is pushing down, 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 and there's quite a bit of it. However, it is Friday, and I can kind of do without the stress, to be honest. And I guess, Bubbles, you're off the hook because I made some money. Let's have a quick look what we've done. I'll live with that for today. Sort of working good fast markets when you know that they're coming. Yes, I was aware there was a news announcement coming at 3 o'clock, but it wasn't a major impactor, and I don't think it was going to affect this too much. In fact, this is going down into something, so I'll just show you something very quickly. Now this could be dumb. What's the volatility like? Should I? Yeah, all right. Just while we're talking, I'm just going to show you something. And I just want it to go, don't know, maybe we'll just set it for 20 pips for now. And this is while we are talking. And I want to show you something. There is a stall point here that this is rattled down. Look where it stalled prior. It came down to this stall point. Now, these mightn't sound exciting points because the 5-minute chart, it doesn't hold a great deal of weight, believe it or not. But if you know the market is going down, they become good target areas. Now, my initial target was to work this green zone where it's gone right back up to. So I can push that up to the base of this cluster point. So we got that one, we got this one, we got this one. So what are we doing? We're trying to pick out little areas where the market will pick orders up, come down and sweep under these. Why? Because they are areas of attraction. Right, let's just drop this out to the hourly a second and have a little look at what's going on. Right. Like I told you, until it tells you otherwise, this is going down, okay? And it can give you good areas to work to. There's the move. Hardly came back. Push down, came, but a hell of a lot of sellers here. So it was a fair idea when that announcement came in, thump, it was going to come down. Capitalized on that because it's in line with the major move. Now that major move is going to look to find bottoms. That bottom is here. Push this out again. How do we know? Again, look, a lot of sellers on the tail. It's tried to push up, hasn't made it top to the bottom. It's come up, it's found the cluster point, thumped down, found a cluster point, still pressure down. Where's it going next? All the way down. But this is in the way. And what happened there? Stall. Now, not sure whether we can find anything in near history. Found it again. Let's just run back, see if there's anything recently this has found. There's that level. Cluster. It's uncanny how often these repeat themselves. Now, I can pull this back down to 5 minutes, see what's going on. Follow this up. This is a good way to trade. Follow up underneath candles. That way it has to come down to pick you up and take you out of the equation. Now, I just need to go to there. Right? What's happening here? Well, it's flushing out this move. And then that can come up. As long as it doesn't break that, the premise is probably still to the downside. Let's have a look. Because you want to be selling when these things are at the most green. Strange concept, I know. But it's what happens. Now the question is, do I want to take the trade? Well, I think I will. I'll just to kind of put it into perspective. So we'll move that to the top of that cluster point. Doesn't have to move far, you know. Drop it onto there. There's 200 quid. There's a lovely big surge. Oh, good. I like a surge, and I'm going to show you for why in just a second. Because these things run out of steam. And they run out of steam a lot quicker than you think they do. So let's have a look, see where we're at. Okay, still got a bits to go. I'm going to push that to the top of that cluster point. Okay. So this is now going to move down onto there. That's a big old move, isn't it? But if you were trying to hold it, it's scary, which is why I let price come to me. Because if I just did this willy-nilly without letting the price come to me, I would have to sit through this now. Now, I don't mind 500 or 600 quid against me. I genuinely don't. Why? Because look, there's 1,300 quid. You know, all right, I had a good day yesterday, but I can't remember what it was I did. But where are we at? 49. Yeah, 400 quid there. I've got 900 quid to play with. So if I let this go 600 quid against me, I'm still net positive to the tune of 3. You know, something like that. That's all I'm interested in. Net positives. Doesn't bother me about red marks. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. As long as I've got enough in the petrol tank to pay it off. That's the principle. That's what I'm working to. So what we're going to do is we'll let this run. Maybe it's 50 quid. Just so that you can see it while we were live. So if we run it, maybe it's that cluster point there, something like that. See if that'll work out. And happy days. Just we'll give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll wrap this up a little bit. Okay, finally stopped out. It's currently 4:10. So I started this 2 hours ago, a little before 2 o'clock, and worked my little fingers to the bone. Did you hear that, girl?
Fingers. Have you
Work
done
my
that?
fingers to the bone.
You said little and you don't have little fingers.
Well, what have I got?
Big hands.
Well, you've got little stick insect hands. Cow. Kind of proving a point. I never came off the camera, as you see. So what you saw was in the moment and live. Now, I could re-enter this again if I so wish, because I still believe the premise is to the downside. I set an automatic trail for it to work its way down. And yeah, I could have pulled it. And I know I'll get the comments coming saying, oh, you give so much away. I didn't. I didn't at all. And I'll tell you for why. It's not mine till it's banked. Until I click that close button or I'm stopped out, it doesn't exist. It is just a motion of the market and just the way it is. The moment it's closed, it's either taken off me or given to me. And in this case, it gave me extra. And it was extra on top of what I'd already been doing. Now, I did really well before we started this. And there you go. So from yesterday, it's done just shy of 1,700 quid. All in front of you, all in the moment. I can't be any fairer than that, guys. I genuinely can't. Okay? So when you see me ranting and raving, I'll kind of tell you why. Because nothing is scripted ever. The way I run this channel is very simple. I come to my desk, I do my analysis first thing on the morning. I make the strengths while I'm busy having a nice cup of coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes coffee. You know, likes Winky as well. And contrary to belief, we're going to get into some more smut. Where's Benny Hill? Do you want to play Benny Hill? Should we chase around? Go get your suspenders on. Go on, go on. Yeah, we're going to do more smut than there's ever been. She's even promised to get her knockers out and everything. Are you going to get your knockers out?
You just get them with your trip.
I was hoping she might have fallen for that one. It's not working, is it? I mean, we used to try to get her into a gold bikini, and we had to make do with bloody Sally Swinger here with her gold bikini. She's not looking good at the minute, is she? I think the Ken doll must have battered her senseless. Should we get a Ken doll?
No.
Why? That'd be fun. That would really upset
It's
them.
creepy enough for anything.
I know. Tis funny though. Right, so we'll do more of that. More. Say yes, no, indifferent. But I'll do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, what was I saying? I've lost my thread now.
You always do.
Right. Cut long story short. Right. I come to my desk, I make my strengths while it's quiet. I then log in to say hello to the guys in the Discord and sort of a little bit of merriment. It's 20 to 8. We start a live face-to-face chat where we have 10 minutes of merriment, taking the mickey out of each other, etc. But at 8 o'clock, bang, we're on point and we're into what the discussion of the day is. So again, it's like a light switch. You go from merriment into this is what we're doing, this is what we're looking at, this is why we're looking at it, discuss sort of mindset, whatever. So it's on point. I then come away from that. I'm back into the Discord to see what's going on, and I'm also checking top of the hour to see where I'm going to go with my trades. I put the bias sheet up so they can see exactly what it is that I'm going to be looking at for the day, unless somebody has requested a trade. And then in that case in point like today, I will go back to camera and I'll break it down. I'll break the chart down fully before I take the trade, so that when you see it, they already know what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Case in point, check the other video out that I did today, which was the DAX. I told them exactly what I was doing before I took that trade. Likewise with this trade, what we're talking about now, we discussed this in the morning call, and then I've come to camera live and I've done it for bubbles. And then what you see is the result of those conversations. And in the middle of it, because it's not scripted, I'm reading emails, I'm reading comments, I've got my phone going. As you hear, it's pinging and panging all the time. And sometimes some bloody dickhead will trigger me. And then you see it as it comes. Because I wear my heart on my sleeve. Is that a nice sentiment? Was that good?
It was.
Was it? There you go. And then she turns up and the other hormones sort of kick in. Because I quite like her, you know. She's nice. And you're really attractive. And you're even better when you're naked. Go on, be naked. Go on, be naked.
Get on with your work.
Dress like that. I'll dress like the fireman.
Well, you want me to dress like Princess Leia?
Well, not that version. The one that Chris, little salute to Chris, because he sent me Princess Leia with no clothes on, and it's up there. I'll put a picture on the comments. There we go. And then finally, just as some final thoughts, if you drop over into the Telegram, you'll get all of these links, etc., down in the description below. You'll also see I was talking to some guys, and some of them were a little bit curious about what it is I do and how I do it. And I really hope I don't bollocks this name up. Arctenese? What would you say? That's Arctenese? It looks like it's spelled by Arctenese. We'll just call you Noah. Arc. Bollocks. I think I've screwed your name up, but I'm really sorry. But I really had a good chat with you. We'll just call you Arc. Little salute to you, my friend. And if you look at the thread, I told him what I was doing while I was doing it. So I ain't going to do that if it's retrospective now, am I? Think about it. So there we go. So it's a little justification of the channel. It's a little bit of justification about what I do. And this week you'll have seen me trading God knows how many products at all different times, all live. Why? To prove a point to myself. Okay. So that's it. So do try and support the channel. If you like it and you want to see it continue, do hit the like, comment, share it to your friends. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Because if I hit the subscribe button, I see the subscriber count go up. That is the only notification I've got that ensures that this channel will survive and keep on going. Because at the moment, it's kind of going backwards somewhat. So there we go. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, try and get your wife's clothes off. But above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. And yes, I do what I love.